This message is for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If President is the one that directed Emiefele to be rearrested, then the President should rethink and obey the court of law and allow Emiefele to be bailed as enshrined in the Constitution of Nigeria. Under democracy, the government must not, under democracy, begin to disobey law. At least, I can remember that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, when he was also an activist some time ago, Nadeko, they were all fighting Abacha, fighting, dictatorship, fighting leaders who were disobeying laws. If under democracy now, the same set of people become leaders of our country and they are disobeying law of our country, then that would be a shame. There was no reason for DSS rearresting Emiefele when Emiefele was just being asked by court to be bailed with 20 million naira. Please, I never supported Emiefele. In fact, I made a video, I made a press release about Emiefele, and I was a failure as CBN governor. But then there's always law in our country. We must always follow law in anything we do. If the law states that he has the right, of course, to be charged to court, he has the right to defend himself, whatever he's been arrested for. If the government feels he has stolen so much, arrest him for what he has stolen, take him to court and let him answer questions for it. If the court asks him, to be bailed with 20 million, that is not the end of his case. Whatever case you have with him, charge the case to court. You're not going to keep him in a prison as a political prisoner. Emiefele is not a political prisoner, but he's beginning to feel that the fight with Emiefele is more political than economical. And that is so sad, that if under a democracy, our president wants to run a political fight and begin to fight his enemies politically, that is not what democracy is all about. That is not what President Tinubu has fought for a long time. And I do not expect him to start it. This is just early in his government. It is too early to start fighting such wars of your political enemy. You pick them. And DSS should please not be a tool used by the president to do political deals. It's not going to be good for our country. It is shameful what is happening, what is in display right now, that a court of law in our country bailed Emiefele, but is being rearrested by DSS. I respect our DSS, and I do not expect anything less than them to do the right thing. To them to advise Mr. President, if Mr. President is giving them an order that is against the law, to say, Mr. President, this will be against the law of our country. No man should be above the law. Not even Nigerian president should be above the law. So if any arm of government is trying to disobey law, one arm should strengthen it. You should take a cue from America that we always want to take a cue from. When President Trump was trying to disobey every law in America, people stood and said, no, Mr. President, that is not the law of this country. You are not above the law. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu must never be above the law. Nobody in Nigeria must be above the law of our country. We must all be under the law of our nation. And Emiefele deserves to be released. If the court says he should be released, it is shameful and it is sad if this is how we're going to run the next democracy under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. My name is Faduri Oluwadere Joseph, aka Father Joe, a former presidential aspirant of Labour Party. And some of us are going to be talking. Maybe with time, some of us are going to be picked up under democracy. They will ask the government, where is freedom of speech? Thank you.